Imagine a place where our planet literally pierces the celestial sphere, reaching for the void of open space. Here, the average elevation exceeds 4,000 meters. We call this land Tibet. We gaze upon breathtaking photographs of snow-capped peaks, admire ancient monasteries, and naively assume this is merely a harsh realm of hermits, meditations, and the piercing icy wind. But this is the grandest illusion, concealing the true nature of the roof of the world. Tibet. It is the most vast, the most ancient, and the most enigmatic anomalous zone on Earth. Beneath its boundless glaciers, within the impenetrable darkness of the deepest gorges, and behind the walls of inaccessible cliffs, hidden phenomena possess the power to shatter the foundations of modern physics and rewrite human history. This is a territory where gravity plays by its own rules, where time can accelerate, and where artifacts of unknown origin are found, objects that official science prefers to bypass. Today, we journey into the very heart of the Tibetan Plateau. Prepare yourselves. We are crossing the threshold of the unknown. We begin with a site that scientists and mountaineers discuss only in hushed whispers. This is the first mystery, Mount Kailash. This is not a mountain in the conventional sense. It is a colossal, perfectly symmetrical stepped pyramid, its faces, possessing astonishing mathematical precision, oriented precisely to the 4 cardinal directions. No human in history has ever conquered its summit, and it is not due to the harsh climate. As soon as expeditions cross an invisible boundary at its base, psychologically shattering events begin to occur. Compass needles spin wildly, electronics fail, but most terrifyingly, the very flow of time changes. Researchers have recorded instances where, during 12 hours spent near Kailash, a person's nails and hair grew as they would over several weeks under normal conditions. What exactly lies hidden within this cyclopean pyramid? There is no answer. We venture deeper into the frozen wastelands. The second mystery is concealed on one of the most remote and unexplored high-altitude passes, Kumk K. Official cartography labels this place a mere difficult terrain feature, but for anomaly researchers, it is a true blind spot. Local nomads have avoided this sector for centuries, calling it the gateway to another sky. Here, phenomena regularly occur that leave physicists bewildered. From beneath massive, multi-kilometer glaciers, colossal, luminous objects of perfect geometric form ascend in absolute silence. They leave no thermal trace, emit not a single sound, and completely disregard the laws of aerodynamics, hovering above the snow-covered peaks for hours. The most astonishing revelation emerged when geologists attempted to scan the soil. They discovered that the rocks in this zone were magnetized to critical levels, and ground-penetrating radar detected enormous, mathematically precise voids deep beneath these. A persistent, chilling sensation arises that, right now, beneath an immense thickness of Tibetan ice and stone, a gigantic complex, left by a civilization of a vastly different developmental level, functions autonomously. And most frighteningly, this hidden, deep subterranean system remains active. The third secret lies concealed within the boundless snow deserts. Local legends speak of the Yeti, guardians of the glaciers whose colossal footprints are regularly found high in the mountains. But here lies a remarkable biological paradox. Tibet is home to a unique and extremely rare animal, the Tibetan Brown Bear, also known as the Ursus arctos tibetanus. This extraordinary creature possesses phenomenal biology. It can slow its metabolism to an absolute minimum, surviving in environments where the air is nearly devoid of oxygen. Due to deep snow, it often moves on its hind legs, perfectly balancing on the icy terrain. However, upon studying the tracks attributed to the mythical snowman, zoologists reached a dead end. The weight distribution, foot structure, and thermal radiation left on the snow do not align with those of the Tibetan bear or any other known primate. The tracks appear suddenly in the middle of an endless plateau and vanish just as abruptly, as if the creatures simply dissolved into thin air or departed into another dimension. Who is this fearsome entity patrolling unseen boundaries? The fourth secret is Tibet's geomagnetic engine. Two great lakes, situated side by side at immense altitude, are Manasarovar and Rakshastal. This is an absolute, impossible natural duality. Manasarovar is perfectly circular, its waters fresh and crystal clear, and it is almost always bathed in clear, windless weather. Rakshastal is crescent-shaped, its waters saline and dark, and inexplicable storms constantly rage there, even when the sky above is cloudless. Geologists have determined that the two lakes are connected by an underground channel. The difference in salinity, density, and chemical composition of the water creates a colossal potential difference. Who or what engineered this gigantic energy nexus at an altitude of 4 kilometers? The fifth enigma compels us to descend deep underground, into Eurasia's most terrifying archaeological anomaly. In western Tibet, amidst the desolate lunar landscape of the Sutlej River Valley, rise the colossal ruins of the Guge Kingdom. Imagine an incredible multi-tiered city carved directly into the living rock at a dizzying height. Emerging from the desolate grandeur of the high Andes, a civilization once thrived, numbering in the hundreds of thousands. Then, at the zenith of its power, it vanished. Utterly. Without a trace. No evidence of cataclysm. No sign of invasion. The city itself remained pristine. Vibrant frescoes still adorned the temple walls, thousands of untouched ancient scrolls lay within the libraries, and homes held their domestic objects as if their inhabitants had merely stepped out for a moment, dissolved into the thin mountain air. But the most astonishing discovery lay hidden beneath the foundations of these adobe palaces. Deep within the earth, a colossal, sophisticated network of subterranean galleries awaited. Hundreds of kilometers of tunnels bored through impossibly hard rock. And a chilling revelation emerged as the beam of a flashlight cut through the darkness. The walls of these corridors were perfectly smooth, coated in a layer of dark, almost glassy vitrified material. A geological phenomenon known as vitrification. The rock appeared to have been simultaneously cut and melted by vitriation possessed such technology. The machinery required for such an undertaking would dwarf a modern subway station. The enigma deepened. The architecture of these underground passages defied all logic. The tunnels did not lead to neighboring valleys. Instead, they plunged relentlessly downward, spiraling in vast coils, descending to terrifying depths, seemingly towards the planet's very core. Though sealed for centuries, the air within these passages remained crystalline. Perfectly engineered ventilation shafts, piercing kilometers of solid stone, still supplied oxygen without interruption, maintaining a constant, comfortable temperature. Explorers who ventured into the upper levels of this glassy labyrinth reported a strange, low-frequency hum emanating from the infinite depths, as if colossal mechanisms were still at work far below. Where did an entire people disappear to? And who carved them this high-tech highway into the Earth's embrace? The sixth mystery lies in a place few dare to tread, the deepest, most inaccessible chasm on our planet. The Yarlung Tsangpo Grand Canyon. Its scale is staggering, 3 times deeper than the famed Grand Canyon, its walls so sheer that clouds often drift far below, obscuring the canyon floor entirely. Yet, it is in these unreachable depths that the most unsettling phenomenon occurs. In certain sections, the colossal churning river abruptly narrows. Millions of tons of icy water with a deafening roar plunge into immense, perfectly round karst sinkholes, vanishing without a trace into the planet's interior. Where does this unfathomable volume of water go? Official hydrology offers no explanation. For decades, research teams have grappled with a profound geomagnetic anomaly, deploying industrial-grade drones of immense resilience into abyssal whirlpools. Each expedition, however, has met an insurmountable barrier. At a certain disquieting depth, telemetry systems descend into chaos, signals abruptly silenced by an overwhelming, inexplicable electromagnetic and radiation field. Yet, those fleeting seconds of video captured before total system failure have forever unsettled the world's biologists. The cameras recorded the impossible. Deep beneath the Tibetan Plateau, in a realm untouched by a single ray of sunlight, exists an entirely independent, autonomous biosphere. Within these cyclopean voids, a unique, closed microclimate has formed. Potent geothermal heat, perpetually emanating from the Earth's core, warms colossal caverns. Their vaulted ceilings emit a soft, pulsating emerald luminescence. Scientists speculate this originates from an unknown form of ancient bioluminescent moss, or perhaps a mineral ignited by subterranean energies. It was within this spectral glow that the drone's lenses fixed upon a chilling detail: movement. Upon the damp, molten stones of this underworld dwell creatures whose evolutionary path diverged radically. The apparatuses recorded immense, utterly transparent amphibians, vaguely reminiscent of the blind salamanders found in European caves. Evolved in perpetual darkness, their bodies completely lack pigment. Eyes are entirely absent. Through their vitreous skin, pulsating internal organs are clearly visible. These beings are perfectly adapted to life within this radioactive subterranean oasis. This seventh enigma shatters the very laws of physiology and biology. It is the phenomenon of Jalü, the body of light. For centuries, hundreds of documented instances describe Tibetan masters, at the end of their earthly journeys, achieving something beyond comprehension. Engaged in deep meditation, their physical forms begin to emit a brilliant light. Then, over several days, they literally melt away before observers, diminishing in size. Ultimately, only elements devoid of nerve endings, hair and fingernails remain. The rest of their biological mass, bone and tissue, is entirely transformed into pure photonic energy, dissolving into the very fabric of space. Modern biophysicists possess no explanation for how a carbon-based life form can, at will, deconstruct itself into constituent atoms and transition into a state of pure energy. The eighth mystery: the metallic arteries of the mountains. In the most remote regions, far from any human settlement, geologists periodically unearth metallic pipes embedded within solid rock. Their age is estimated in tens of millions of years, predating humanity by an unfathomable span. They pierce granite massifs along mathematically precise trajectories, their purpose and origin utterly unknown. The pipes plunge into colossal depths, their angles sharp, their purpose obscured. Analysis of the metal reveals an impossibly complex alloy, laced with trace elements rarely found on the Earth's surface. These conduits possess potent magnetic properties, suggesting they once channeled an unknown substance, or perhaps energy, from the planet's deepest strata. This subterranean network, a testament to an ancient industrial civilization, Permia. But before we unveil the ninth and final enigma, a bonus mystery awaits, hidden behind formidable stone ramparts. In a remote, inaccessible region of Tibet stands the austere Sakya Monastery. For centuries, it was regarded merely as a monumental architectural achievement. Then, in 2003, within the colossal, seemingly solid wall of its main hall, a hidden, immense cavity was discovered. What lay within silenced the researchers, forcing them to hold their breath. It was a secret library of cyclopean proportions. 84,000 ancient scrolls and manuscripts, stacked from floor to ceiling, reaching a height of 15 meters. Yet, the truly astounding anomaly was not the sheer volume of texts. Within this chamber, dust was entirely absent. Ancient organic paper, brittle palm leaves, and mineral inks preserved for centuries showed no sign of decay. Scientists, employing highly sensitive equipment, detected a remarkable physical phenomenon. The very stone blocks forming the library walls emit a continuous, directed, low-frequency acoustic vibration. This invisible wave generates a perfect antibacterial field and, in essence, slows molecular motion, suspending time within the sanctuary. The monastery's custodians maintain that the most sacred texts cannot be removed from this acoustic dome. Outside its influence, they claim, these irreplaceable artifacts would instantly disintegrate into ash. What incredible engineers of the past managed to transform solid rock into an eternal acoustic vault? And more profoundly, what true knowledge of our planet's origins lies sealed within these timeless scrolls? We now approach the culmination. The ninth secret is the thread that binds all these anomalies, the mountains, the lakes, the tunnels, into a singular, coherent whole. It is a revelation that elevates Tibet to the most significant location on Earth. We tend to perceive mountains as mere piles of rock, but the geological structure of the Tibetan Plateau is unique. It is composed of immense, unbroken strata of quartz and crystalline granite, subjected to colossal tectonic pressure. The piezoelectric effect, generated by this immense pressure, produces a continuous flow of energy. The ninth secret is this: Tibet is a colossal planetary motherboard. It is a crystalline quantum computer fashioned by the very fabric of existence. Or perhaps a power far beyond our comprehension has woven a profound mystery into the heart of Tibet. Within ancient monasteries, a continuous drone of low-frequency chants resonates, not merely as religious devotion, but as a systemic code. These acoustic vibrations form a sonic interface, a vital mechanism supporting the operation of a colossal, planet-sized hard drive. It is believed that within the quartz veins of Tibet lies the recorded informational database of our entire planet. This global computer, it is theorized, governs the Earth's electromagnetic field, meticulously balances its climate, and conceals its most profound secrets within impassable gorges. The number 9, a symbol of completion and mystery, echoes with both awe and an almost terrifying majesty. Tibet, in this view, is not merely a landmass, but a thinking, crystalline intelligence. It serves as the planet's server, observing humanity's ceaseless quest for knowledge with an ancient, silent gaze. We have brushed against mysteries that whisper of infinity and primal power. While humankind busies itself in the concrete jungles of sprawling metropolises, here, at these breathtaking altitudes, a steady, glacial heart of stone continues to pulse, safeguarding wisdom for which we are, as yet, unprepared.